really good. And if you have butter,
Hello, beautiful people. I am going to be sharing with you what I eat in a day, all of my high protein meals that I look forward to. We are currently in winter, and that is typically when we have higher cravings. People go and order out more because you're trying to satisfy your cravings. In today's video, we are going to be baking some delicious protein muffins. I'm also going to take you to the gym. I'm going to eat meal number 1 and head out to the gym and do a really quick glute day, only glutes, so it's just going to be glute focus. I have a bodysuit on from Bombshell Sportswear and the back is open. But y'all, I've been keeping tight, staying bright. It is about 11:21, November 27th. The waistline, what waist? What waist? Be sure to comment whatever you want to see coming up in the next few videos. If you have any questions, be sure to like this video, and it definitely supports my channel and allows me to make more videos for you guys. So, high protein breakfast. I typically eat the same thing or the same concoction of things, always doing 1 cup of egg whites, and today we're gonna have an omelet. Whether it's an omelet or an egg white scramble or an egg bite, I typically have egg whites in the morning with no carbs, just protein and veggies. This morning I didn't have any pre-cut veggies, so I just wanted to show you guys. Yesterday I did take you guys to Costco. We did a big haul. I went to a smaller grocery store to grab 1 green pepper and 1 red onion. So I just cut them up this morning because these are the veggies that I love to throw in everything. And so I'm gonna do 6 items in my omelet: egg whites, spinach, avocado, green peppers, red onions, and a little sprinkle of some lactose-free cheese. But I like to have these chopped up ahead of time. If you know, you know, so that we can just toss, because that took a little bit of time this morning to get ready. Because you gotta wash your vegetables, then chop them up, and then you get to eat. All right, and then I'm also gonna add in some spinach. I try and get as much greens in my first meal. I feel healthier. I feel good about myself if I choose greens over carbs. So no bread, no oatmeal first thing in the morning. I will go for something that has more greens, and it's honestly going to be really good for your digestion as well. And so I do have a daily bowel movement. TMI, but yeah, I think I get the waistline to be non-existent. Yeah. After I make this meal, you're going to either go to the gym. I'm just waiting on a parcel. So depending on that timing, either go to the gym or we're gonna make these delicious muffins. I cannot wait. So I learned this morning there's a way to cut your avocado. So many ways, but I'm gonna show you what I learned this morning. So you're gonna put your palm on the top, so it's nowhere near the knife, and then you're gonna turn the avocado. Oh, am I flattening it? Oh, we did it. And there you go. First time, and I did it on camera. Came out really nicely. So I think I'm gonna do half of an avocado because usually I only have a quarter of an avocado. Yeah, I'm feeling for fats. I'm a few days out from my time of the month. Maybe my waistline is still tight. And so I'd rather eat more whole foods than junk food. And so I'm like, you know what? Let's bake something, because girl will be a lot more satisfied having something around than itching for satisfying a craving. One of my best purchases for this year has to be glass Tupperware. Yes, the best. Okay. Costco has them on sale, so I think I'm gonna go back today or tomorrow and grab another set. These are amazing. yeah, that I'm struggling to like close the lid. So here is the lactose-free cheese, a Canadian company. So you gotta find what you have at home. If you're in Europe, I'm sure you have better quality of cheese, so you don't even have to worry about lactose-free. So this is what our omelet is looking like. You could even put ground turkey in here in your omelet just to make it even higher in protein as well. Can I do it in one flip? Okay, better use those muscles, all right? Oh, baby. Yes, please. All right, then we're gonna scoop out. Don't mind you got vinegar on the floor because I have so much food to clean. All right, so we're doing half of an avocado. Yummy. So grateful for this food. So grateful that I can eat healthy meals. God, thank you for our food. And then just a sprinkle of cheese, and that is all. So instead of using bacon, we can use ground turkey or turkey bacon, chicken bacon. Turkey is much cleaner. All right, y'all, this is breakfast, meal number 1. It's light, it's filling, and if you're in a rush, this is quick to go down. All right, let's eat. 2 smashed bananas. I know it looks disgusting, but wait for it. Half a cup of egg whites, 2 eggs, 1/4 of almond butter, nutmeg, cinnamon. All right, time to stir. 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1/3 gluten-free oats, 1/3 gluten-free flour, 1 cup of blueberries, 2 tablespoons of honey. Jokes on me. 2 tablespoons of honey. All right, y'all. I actually did not go to the gym. I was like, you know what? I cannot wait. I know after the gym, I'm going to want something so nice in my mouth. And it's going to be these muffins that I quickly made. Yeah. And they're healthy. This is what we want for ourselves, and if you have kids, for our children. I don't have children yet, but I do have a man that I need healthy. So while I was waiting for the muffins to bake, I cleaned up my salmon. I cleaned up my steak, having steak tonight. And salmon I'll cook tomorrow, but I just want to show you guys how I prepped it. So I cut the entire package, I cleaned the salmon, and then after that I seasoned it up, and I just layered the salmon so I can just grab, you know, grab, because this is going in the freezer. So the package that I got was about $45. I don't remember how many pounds, but I was able to get 8 slices of salmon, and this is going to last us for at least 2 weeks. If we have salmon 2 times per week, it's going to last for a week, for 2 weeks. And then we're having steak tonight, so our choice of fats tonight is going to be steak, and I'm going to make some mashed potatoes later on. I have not pre-cut those because I want fresh mashed potatoes. So we're gonna do this tonight, and it's already seasoned, but I also cleaned up the steaks and I seasoned them as well. So these ones are gonna go in the freezer. I did not weigh them, I just eyeballed it. So enough portion for both my partner and I, and he eats double what I eat. And when I'm seasoning my steak, I use the Montreal steak seasoning from Costco, Clubhouse. And then when I season my salmon, I use the salmon rub from Trader Joe's anytime I'm in America. Right, I got the American energy. Yeah, it's like I was born there. Anytime I'm in America, I go to Trader Joe's and just stock up on their protein granola and some of their seasonings. Let me put these in the freezer and wash my hands, and then we're gonna try the muffins, even though they're hot. I will show you real quickly what my fridge is looking like. So we've got a lot of protein and a lot of pre-cooked food already. So I don't need to do too much with cooking. I'm just making a special meal tonight. It's Thursday. And so we've got zucchini, rice, ground beef, ground chicken. This is pretty much my section. My man is out of chicken and he has one more meal left, so he can have that with rice. So I'll probably make that after the gym. Oops, sorry, we're cooking. I'll probably make this after the gym, which is just chicken for him. And like I told you, I have an ick for chicken right now. Ground turkey, I'll probably make later. This can go in the freezer. And I like to cut up cucumbers as well to add to our meals. Then in here, we've got a lot of broccoli, broccolini, sweet potatoes. Baby, she's a really, really healthy girl. Then over here, we've got my lemon juice, fresh lemon juice, garlic. My man likes a lot of mustard. I use this one. And then my creamers over here with my chicken broth. And then, yeah, like a sparkling water kick right now. Now, the freezer. So we got the frozen staples, tilapia, blueberries, and then like the stuff. And I actually have frozen chocolate pastries that my man got me. One time he came home with a box of like pastries from a bakery. And I was like, baby, you're trying to get me fat? You know, not the time, not the season. So we put it in the freezer, and then that is frozen spinach as well. So yeah, we get stocked, not too stocked, but things that we're going to use for the next 2 weeks. And yeah, that's what we do. All right, guys, I also want to show you guys the time. So currently it's 12:58, and remember I was starting to make and eat my breakfast around 11:25ish, 11:30. I probably inhaled that within 10 minutes. So I would say this kind of took like an hour to an hour 15 minutes. And I didn't really cook too much, but everything is pre-made or pre-seasoned so that, you know, when you come home from a busy day and you're like, okay, let me thaw out. So that ground turkey, it was in the freezer yesterday, and I took it out to thaw it out so I could use it today. I pre-season or separate proteins because it's going to be a lot easier to grab and go, grab it and thaw out, rather than doing it the day of when you're out of everything. I don't cook when I'm out of everything. I don't go to the grocery store when I'm out of everything. You have to have a strategy in place. Be sure to like this video, guys, as it helps me create content for you guys. Yeah, just show up for you guys more often so I can keep you updated with how I keep my physique in shape, what I'm eating, what I'm doing, where I'm at. And yeah, I have the waist trainer on back after I took it off to show you guys my waistline. But cheers. Cheers. Really good. And if you have butter, even better. And remember, we didn't sweeten this with any kind of sugar aside from natural honey. And the blueberries, yeah. I feel like these kind of taste like my protein pancakes, so you could put maple syrup on them too. You don't have to. They're sweet enough. I'll put the recipe down below. And when I make treats, I get this question all the time. How do you track the treats? Because I make healthy treats and I have a good amount of self-control, I am not going to eat this entire container. Maybe my partner will try and attempt to, but I will stop him. So for me, I'll probably have 1 or 2, most likely 1 for the day because it's actually really filling. And once I get my fix, I just eat my regular meals. So I don't count this little piece of like muffin. And I also made mini ones as well, but I'm not, like when I eat a lot of my whole food meals, I'm not hungry for, I don't have room for cravings. I don't have room for treats. Although when I am eating my whole food meals and I get closer to the time of the month, my body is like, okay, we need something like different. And if I'm not feeling for pastries or don't have time to make any, then my go-to is always Smart Sweet. But as you can see, I have one open, and so I don't really finish a lot of my treats. Anything that's like sweeter, savory, I just get a bite for it and then I go back to eating my regular meals. You really have to practice self-control. Everything that we eat, guys, is to be enjoyed in moderation. But I also have tons of rice cakes. Rice cakes are my favorite.
and I will put almond butter on there as well. I think one of my first videos I showed you guys that I had Biscoff. I finally, like almost a year later, have opened the Biscoff, and it's really that much eaten. So I just take my time with eating anything, and also throw Biscoff into recipes as well. But I don't eat for, like, yeah, overindulge in my house, and I just enjoy my whole food meals. You have to make meals that actually fill you up, make you feel good, provide a lot of energy, especially when you're on the go or if you're at work. So a lot of the foods that I bring, if I was going to go to work, I would want to bring my favorite meals with me that don't make me look at other people's foods, because I love my food. I love what I'm eating. If you went to work and you're not a salad person and you bring a salad, you're gonna be like, ugh, I'm a sub. If I go and bring my pasta, made pasta, I'm gonna eat it and I'm gonna feel like, this is my favorite meal. Ground fin rice is actually my favorite meal with sweet mustard. And if I bring that anywhere, I'm gonna feel so good. Like, that's my favorite meal. So we are gonna get ready for the gym, but of course I have to eat. Because by the time I'm finished, I'm gonna be starving, and I don't want to be starving for food. I want to feel good. So we are gonna eat. I'm just debating if I want something small, or I don't know what I want. Don't give yourself too many options. I'll show you guys what I'm gonna eat for my pre-workout meal. I'm gonna do cream of rice because it's quick and easy, and it tastes amazing. It's like rice pudding. So we're gonna do 40 grams, which is a quarter cup. Now we're gonna put it in the microwave. Put it in the microwave twice. So we still have to put it in the microwave one more time. Just so this rice cooks. And this is my first carb meal. So these are all the ingredients that I'm going to use in my cream of rice. Cream of rice is pretty popular in the bodybuilding community. I like my cream of rice like flavor plain. You can find now flavored cream of rice, and I just don't like my stuff flavored because some places use sucralose, or they just use things that just doesn't taste good to me. I'm gonna use almond butter at the end. I'm gonna throw in a scoop. I'm gonna put in a scoop of protein powder for protein. And this honestly tastes like a rice pudding, but like a dessert. I remember being in prep, and you know, meals would be so dry. The only source of sugar would be, or sweetness would come from your protein powder, your EAAs, like any flavored supplement, but you had no sweets in your, it didn't even matter if it was healthy. You had no sweets because you would retain a lot of water. And so I would look forward to this rice pudding. And I would even like crumple rice cakes and put them in for that crunch. So good. So this is what it looks like. I like mine watery. Some people like, or I would say most people, like there's a little bit harder and drier. Sorry, my hands are dry. I kept washing my hands. That's how you know washes her hands. And so I'm only doing a teaspoon. I'm doing a teaspoon of almond butter. And so this is just like quick carbs. I also forgot to mention I salt every meal with Himalayan salt, especially because I cook a lot of my food at home. I eat only from home 95% of the time. Whole foods, so nothing that's pre-made. I am in charge of salting my food. Okay, and salt is good for you, but just not too much salt. Salt is really good for you, or else you're going to honestly not feel that great sometimes. Salt can fix a lot. Depends on like whole foods though. You can't just be eating like a bunch of high in sodium foods. No, it doesn't work like that. All right, let me show you guys what it looks like. So this here is my pre-workout meal. Yep, let's go. Okay, y'all, I just got to the gym. I'm so tired. I am days out from my period, and yeah, that's when I start feeling the exhaustion. But we gotta train regardless. Let's go. Since it's cold outside, oh, these bones, these joints need to be warmed up. So I just did a few minutes of cardio on an incline and just try to warm up my body before getting into the workout. After this, I went to go do some dynamic stretching and just some loose movements just to open up my hip joints. My hips are usually tighter because I do a lot of sitting for work. And yeah, I just want to have a really good leg day and just make sure everything is balanced and open and feeling really good to move. Also, I train my glutes about 2 to 3 times a week, so that also makes my hip joints really tight as well. So you really do want to do a lot of dynamic stretching before you get into your workout, and you will just feel so much better, so much looser to perform each exercise. What is a glute focused workout without some glute isolation activity before we get into weights? So I always use the bands before my actual weight training session. I love resistance on my glutes. My glutes love it. I honestly feel more fired up, and I just do a few of my favorite exercises. Honestly, I could do about 10 glute warm-up exercises, but here we are doing about 3 to 4, and I do about 3 to 4 rounds until I feel like my glutes are gonna fall off my body pretty much. I typically start every workout with a single leg or single arm movement. So I wanted to start with single leg cable deadlifts and really get that stretch by stepping on a platform. And I did this for many sets. I think I did about 4 to 5 sets. Superset a lot of my exercises as well. So I added in some hanging leg raises and also some lateral band walks.
I just want to make some movements. You're gonna come close. They can't see you, but they're not seeing you.
Was it back there? Let's see.
Okay, show them how done. Not you doing this thing again. Letting all the girls run for their money. All you need is a good one piece and a good song. How deep is your neck? To remind you who you are.
Now we're gonna add in some single leg hip bridges and superset that with Bulgarian split squats. I'm gonna start out really light and then I'm gonna add some weight in, and I believe I did about 3 to 4 sets. Truly, I can't remember how many sets I did, but right now I've been in a season of doing high sets. So depending on the exercise, sometimes I'll do 4 sets, sometimes I'll do 6 sets, sometimes I'll do 8. It just depends on how I'm feeling, what my energy levels are like, and the exercise itself. Because some exercises just wind you, they just take the life out of you. I remember not so long ago, I did not enjoy doing Bulgarian split squats, but I wanted to start adding in a lot of exercises that I don't enjoy doing and make them the exercise that I enjoy doing. So I've been doing a lot of Bulgarian split squats recently, and I've been enjoying them. So right now I'm holding 30 pounds in each hand, and I obviously want to get heavier and heavier. So that's 60 pounds total, but I would love to see myself holding 250s and just challenging my leg strength, especially single legs. I obviously had to add in some sumo deadlifts, and so my feet stance are right outside my shoulder width, and my feet are slightly turned out with my knees in the same direction. I'm pushing my glutes back as much as I can, feeling the stretch from my calves into my hamstrings and the bottom of my glutes. I also feel this on the sides of my glutes as well, and I just love sumo deadlifts. I would have used a Olympic bar, but I was too lazy to walk over to the leg area. This is the upper body area of our gym, and yeah, I was just too lazy to go and stack the Olympic bar. And ending off my workout, I love to add some heavier weights, especially from the machines. And the machines are going to provide a lot more stability, so you can actually increase the weight a lot more. However, for some reason, this hack squat is so heavy compared to most hack squats that I have used. Like my other gym, I can stack so many plates on, but this, for some reason, this machine, I'm like, I can only do 45. Or maybe once I got to the end of my workout, I was so exhausted that I couldn't lift any heavier, and I don't want to force it and hurt my back. So really listen to your body and do not try and out train yourself. I believe I wanted to do hip thrust, but the hip thrust machine was also unavailable. I do love a hack squat in a sumo stance position, focusing on the back of the legs, the inner thighs, and the glutes. And so these are my favorite. I believe I did four sets. Yeah. Trying to push that booty back as far as you can. And I'm driving through my heels the entire time. Honestly, in every glute exercise or hamstring, I'm always driving through the heels. I never, like, my toes are always up. I never put pressure in the balls of my feet or my toes. I hope you guys enjoyed my workout. I'm just ending here with some static stretching, and I don't stretch enough. I truly need to stretch way more often because I am a bodybuilder. I am somebody who is just always training, working out, doing some type of movement or activity, but I was getting in some good deep stretching, and I also stretch with my clients, but just I need to do more for myself. So this was a really good wind down. I had such a great workout. By the way, I only train for about 45 minutes to an hour, just so you guys know. And I really keep my breaks really short. So everything is timed and I just stay focused. I'm not on my phone and I don't record a lot of my exercises, but even when I'm not recording, I'm not on my phone. So I hope you guys enjoyed the workout, and I'm going to show you guys what I eat for my post-workout meal. I'm taking a break from tons of protein powder right now. So since I've already had it once today, I'm not gonna have it again post-workout as a shake. So I went straight home and ate my post-workout meal in solid food. And then I had 2 meals right after this workout. So see you soon.
Hello, my beautiful people. I'm back from the gym. Yes. I'm gonna make my concoction. A little bit of lemon juice and some sparkling water. You can also add some honey. Yeah, I abuse honey. Just a little bit for flavor. So if you're ever feeling for something other than straight water, I have been abusing sparkling water and honey. And it tastes like a soda. I just love the glass bottles. So classy. I'm gonna make my post-workout meal. It's so simple. It's just a ton of veggies and ground turkey because we are gonna prepare our last meal, and that last meal will have carbs. So I'm easing on the carbs, so only meal number 2 and meal number 4 is going to have carbs in it. And then I'm just gonna have a heavier amount of carbs. I pretty much eat 3 hours before bed. So right now it's 5:15. I will eat by 7:30. I'm eating by then. My man is going for a boys' night, trying to leave the house looking homeless too.
It's always light.
That looks way better.
Yeah, you're right.
That way better. See
That's why I have you.
the jacket always. You be wearing a basic outfit, you put a jacket on. My favorite sauce is Sweet and Heat. Per 1 teaspoon is 10 calories and 1 gram of sugar, 60 milligrams of sodium, and natural ingredients. I need to get more. I don't use too much because I don't like a heavy sauce. Now I'm gonna do a half of an avocado. I legit have no knives. Everything is in here. So, ooh, it worked.
All right, y'all, this is my pre-workout meal. So healthy. I eat for health. Okay, baby? Our last meal, stay tuned. It's going to look so good. It's going to taste so good too. So ground turkey, carrots, sauteed zucchini, and a quarter of avocado. I love bowls so much. Let's eat. Okay guys, so I'm about to make my last meal, the special meal that we've all been waiting for. I'm going to show you guys how I make my roasted potatoes or my air fried potatoes. I cut up a whole batch of potatoes. So this one is going to be used for the air fryer and this one is going to be used for mashed potatoes. I've got the water boiling for the mashed potatoes, and I've got the air fryer on for the for the air fried potatoes. So let me show you guys what I do and we'll get into it. I'll show you the finished product. right, so the potatoes are almost cooked. It's time to cook the steak. I actually just showered. So yeah, this butter is made locally. I keep it in the freezer and I cut a piece every time I'm going to use it, but I keep the butter in the freezer because I don't eat or use butter often. Okay, good night. That's dinner, medium rare. Oh, do a little bit of dishes. But yeah, good night.